Let's go. What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. I hope everybody's having a good morning, having a good day so far. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. Yes, sir. Give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds lovely. We trapping on a hump day. Y'all already know how it go. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds lovely. Let's get it. I got a 1, so I'm good, I guess, you know. Shout out to everybody rocking. Shout out to Miss April Barnes in the building, Michael Lockhart, El Tino, Miss Patrice Langford in the building, 5-time champ in the building, Charlie Jones, Jake the Great 1804 in the building, Miss Jackie in the building. You understand? Shout out to Cowboy AJ, Rev, Rebel 95, Tim Miller on Facebook. Shout out to the Facebook squad. Kai 001 in the building. Damn Dizzle in the building. Miss Nisi. You understand? Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. We in the building. Make sure y'all continue to support Landlord Sports. Shout out to Mr. Craig Lofgreen. He says it's his birthday, you understand? Let's give it up for Mr. Craig, you know? Let's give it up for Mr. Craig. Yes, sir. Happy birthday to Mr. Craig Lofgreen, man. We appreciate what you do for the nation, sir. You be front and center almost every day, and we appreciate you, man. Shout out to the Facebook team. Shout out to Mr. Peter Rizzo, man. I ain't seen you in a while, Mr. Peter. What's going on? What's going on? I'm feeling good this morning. It's just a Trap Wednesday. We trapping on a hump day. Y'all already know how it go, man. Shout out to It's Too Easy. Bruce got the toxic juice. Texas T. Cameron, Dwayne Brown in the building. We in here with it, man. And you already know. Shout out to Sir Lawrence McKinney. And first and foremost, you already know we gotta make sure them haters doing the most, which is hate, man. You already know, man. We gotta keep them haters busy, man. We trapping on a hump day. Let's get it, y'all. What's happening? Yeah. Let's go. We got Craven sliding in.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. I just
yes, sir. We trapping on a hump day.
Came a long way. I know that they mad, but
let's let them hate. Hey. We feeling great today, Mr. Cameron. Shout out to you. Shout out to B.I. Cowboy in the building. Shout out to Double R in the building. You understand? We in here. Shout out to Charlie Jones with the $5 super in out the gate. Let's go. Shout out to Cold Jelly in the building. It's just a trap hump day, that's all. Shout out to Miss Wanda on the Facebook, boo. Cowboy fan for life. You understand? DC4L. Let's get it.
It made me go harder. They turned me to a monster. I'm focused on the comma. I'ma run up them comma for the summer. Run up them numbers.
Yo.
I know that they hate the way you ball, man. Rockin' all this ball, man. Street made on the chain. I can't see a thing. All this money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Hey.
Ain't no looking back.
We feeling good this morning, man.
I know that
they mad us because they not us. They hate us because they ain't us. You already knew that, you know? You already knew that, Miss April. Let's get it. Shout out to King G in the building. We in here, man. Let's get it. Hey. Hey. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Now, you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. We in the trap with it. Man, shout out to Mr. Tate Dog with the 1999 for your mind. He coming in hard today. He coming in hot today. You understand? I appreciate you, sir. I really do appreciate your contributions. And, you know, I'll do the housekeeping shortly, but I appreciate everybody rocking, man. But I think they said it was a bird or a plane or something. I ain't sure. Oh. It's just nefarious news, of course. You understand? That's what it is. That's what's going on. That's what it is. And you know, first and foremost, like I was just saying, we doing a little housekeeping, just like Mr. Tate Dog with the $19.99 and Mr. Charlie Jones with the $5. You can increase your chance to win the raffle. We giving away a copy of Madden 24, a jersey of your choice, and some Cowboys merch or some Landlord Sports merch, whichever you choose, man. It will be coming in your direction. So I hope everybody's having a good day, a good morning, and I appreciate everybody that's supporting the Trap Raffle. Let's get it. Trap. I hope everybody's doing good today. So, shout out to Mr. Dwayne Brown with the $10. He said, let me get my support in, break over, but we'll continue to listen. Go Cowboys. We appreciate you trapping with us at work, sir. We appreciate it. But let's get into some of this content. The housekeeping is over, and we going straight into it. We going straight into it full force. We got a battle between two of our young guns that got a whole lot of talent, man. Y'all already know Jalen Tolbert, the friend of the show. We team JT over here so far, you know. And y'all already know I put the stamp on Mr. Duran, anything but bland. So, you know, this battle right here is very, very interesting, man. They going at it. This is a typical case of iron sharpening iron, steel sharpening steel. You understand? They going at it in camp. And this is the best thing for the team. Top tier competition to get the best results so we can go out here and bash the rest of these dudes, you know. This is how we get down. But check out this battle they got going on. Ryan Bland went having it that time, but Tolbert came right back and got him. These boys going right at it, y'all. That wasn't the greatest route right there by Tolbert that time, but Duran Bland played it great that time. So, you know, they going back and forth. Bland got him on that go-round, and then he come back around, and Tolbert get him. That was a great play by Bland. But this time, Tolbert cut him off. No, that's the same play. That was just a good play by Duran Bland. But Tolbert came right back with the out route. That was nice. What a play. He had Bland doing the baseball turn on that one right there. That was a hell of a play right there, man. I can't wait to see them boys continue going at it throughout camp. And look, we just got an embarrassment of riches of young guys who just got a whole lot of talent. And that's something a lot of teams can't say. You know, we do have people like veterans like CeeDee Lamb and Diggs, but then we can come right back at your head top with some young duos like Bland and Jalen Tolbert. And we got a lot of people that's coming down the pipeline, just super talented people left and right, man. We are very fortunate to have this level of roster, and I think we sleep on that, man. Mike McCarthy has risen the level of competition to new heights in Dallas, and we always gonna get the best results out of it. I hope everybody's paying attention to the culture change that Mike McCarthy has ushered in that gets overlooked. But I told you, we are a pro Mike McCarthy channel over here. We will make sure we get that young man his flowers. We gonna give him his roses.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
We don't get swayed. We don't get persuaded by the mainstream media to disrespect and overlook our coach. We understand what Dallas was looking like before Mike McCarthy came through the doors. It was a whole different type of vibe going on with Cowboy Nation. So now that we got a real coach, we see real things happening in our culture, and I love it. I believe Mike McCarthy, with a helping of Dan Quinn and Michael Parsons, has ushered in a whole new culture, bro. This is very, very good for our Cowboys. And if you're a real Cowboy fan and you've been really tapped in, you can't ignore this change. You can't ignore this movement. You can't ignore this shift in the culture that we got for America's team. You can't deny it.
We are America's team. The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Exactly, Mr. Cameron. You can't deny this culture change that Mike McCarthy and ushered in, man. He done really made a difference far as the mindset and everything, the way we do things. It's totally different in Dallas, contrary to what we had going on with Mr. Jason Garrett. But I'm excited about having a proven, real coach with skins on the wall, with heads on his mantle already. Mike McCarthy got this train rolling, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do for the rest of the year. But let's continue. If somebody, this was a great catch. I started not to even put it on here, you know. But if somebody can let me know who made this catch, I believe it was Jalen Brooks or somebody. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it might have been Jalen Brooks, but let me know who made this catch because it was a great grab right now. That was a great grab. That was a great grab right now. On the sideline, toe tap. I couldn't really see the number from the angle we was in, but it looked like it was Jalen Brooks or somebody. But let's continue. Shout out to Deuce, Von, you know, Mighty Mouse. I heard some people calling him 42 Doug, and I think that's just hilarious, you know. Trap. Whoever came up with that name, you know, please stand up, come to the front of the line, you know, come on down. You're the next contestant of The Price is Right, you understand? So, you know, I don't take credit for people's lingo and things they create. So, hey, if I'm going to use it, I'm going to give credit where it's due. But it's hilarious, though. 42 Doug, if you're not familiar with 42 Doug, he is a rapper out of Detroit. He is very, very short, so it makes sense. So he go by 42 Doug, and Deuce Vaughn is number 42. That's just a perfect marriage. That was a great, outstanding nickname by somebody, you know. But let's continue. Deuce was making his noise, making his rounds at practice again. Look at him hitting that hole. Now, if you pay attention, that was clean right there. You know, some of them runs be hard to gauge because you like, oh, he would have got tackle right there. He would have got tackle right there. You have to kind of simulate what would have really happened. But if you pay attention, Deuce was so small that nobody got a hand on him yet. Look at him through the hole. Nobody got a hand on him yet. So that would have been a clean, 10, 15-yard run in a real game. Deuce is just like that, man. And, you know, shout out to Malik Hooker for being able to stay in front of this young man. That was a good job by him, no lie. Most people wouldn't even be able to stay in front of him far as in the open field. Deuce Vaughn is electric in the open field. But look, I got it in slow motion. You see nobody got a hand on him yet. So that would have been a clean 10, 15-yard run right there in a normal game setting. So you can see Deuce is actually effective when it comes to real game reps, just like that 11-on-11 type drills. That will translate in a real game. You could bet your bottom dollar on that. And he's catching balls out the backfield as well. Out the backfield, nobody's close to him. So that's the same type of ideology. I told you, this is a simulation, so you kind of got to simulate what'll happen. But nobody was close to him, so that's probably a 10, 15-yard game. Deuce wake up out the bed with a 10, 15-yard game. Trap. That boy Deuce wake up out the bed with a 10, 15-yard game. So look, this is a question I had to ask y'all as far as Mr. Deuce Vaughn go. What y'all think the future hold for Deuce Vaughn? Do y'all think he actually could be running back too? Do y'all really think he can carry that load? With him being such a small guy in stature, do y'all think he can withstand the rigorous task of being an NFL running back for a long period of time? We need to be able to see how he can hold up. Do y'all believe he can do this on a regular basis? Because that's a lot to ask from a little guy like that, you know. We stating the obvious. We don't have to keep saying he's small, but that's a factor in the NFL. He's a pretty small guy. So, you know, do y'all think he can withstand that task right there? Give me a yes for yes, of course, and no for no, if you don't think so. Give me a yes and no. It's a simple answer, and then we're going to move on to the next topic, you know. Shout out to the Jarvis Young. He says, I'm not going to lie. Oh, he talking about Tolbert. Making a believer out of me in this training account. Boy, I've been going off, landlord. I'm telling you. Hey, I've been saying it from day one. I trusted my analysis. You know what I'm saying? So even when you get somebody with some negative analysis, you always should go do the research yourself if you have the time. Of course, we content creators, so we might have a little extra time, a little extra incentive into looking into this stuff, but I always do my own research. no matter what somebody else say. So when you come to Landlord Sports, when you come check out Landlord from Alabama, my opinion might be completely different from what other people think, because I don't formulate my opinions based on what other people do. Not the professionals, not mainstream media, not other content creators. Landlord might be on the other side of the fence with some of this stuff because I formulate my own opinions. So that's how it's going to go. You're going to get it's always going to be some authentic stuff coming from my side of YouTube. So y'all make sure y'all pay attention to that. Okay. Tim says yes. 5-time champ says yes. Cole Jelly says yes. Tremaine Clark says yes. Jacket says yes. John says yes. It looks like yes is a landslide right now.
Trap.
It look like it's yes by a landslide. And that's kind of hard to believe, man. So I said the only way I could see Deuce being able to do it, man, with that small stature is that he's this special kind of guy. If you remember Tiki Barber and Maurice Jones-Drew, those guys went super big. I ain't saying Tiki was just super small, but I know Tiki knew a way to fall, bro. He kind of understood the science of falling. And it's a design way you can fall to kind of minimize the risk of injury. And Tiki Barber kind of mastered that. So if Deuce can kind of incorporate some of that skill set in his game, knowing how to foul, knowing when to foul, knowing exactly when the play is over, because that get running backs in trouble too. Like sometimes you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. It's over with, sir. It's over. Sometimes you just got to know when to fold them, bro. You got to know when to foul. The play is over now. So that could get you hurt. That can mess you up. That can make even more fumbles and stuff like that throughout the game. So I feel like if he can find his niche and knowing how to foul, knowing how to be a smart, heady player, he could extend his career. He could hold up and, handle this running back 2 role. But when it comes to the physicality aspect, that's a whole different part. Like, he going to have to dodge some of them. He could be a special guy to where you can't get a big hit on him. That's possible too, because he looks special in every other regard. When it comes to being elusive and dodging tackles and stuff like that, he could be one of those guys. So we'll just have to see how it play out. The rest of the preseason is going to give us a lot of perspective as far as how much Deuce Vaughn could withstand as far as being an NFL running back. But let's see. DC4 Life Texas in the building says one of the guys comments and said Deuce looks kind of Barry-ish. The way he plants his feet and change direction quickly. DC4 Life, let's freaking go. Cowboy number 6, young. We throw Barry Sanders' name around a whole lot. That dude was nice, man. But I see a lot of shifty change of direction in Deuce Vaughn. I wouldn't say Barry-ish because Barry is just that guy, man. Like it's kind of hard to get somebody to mimic or duplicate what Barry Sanders was doing. You just don't see that happen much. But I do see some cat-like quickness coming out of Deuce Vaughn. Like, he changed directions crazy because of his small stature and because he's so low and so he got his center of gravity is so low that it's nothing for him to change direction and get in and out of his breaks. So I think that's going to bode well for him being a dangerous type of running back coming out this backfield. So it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. But, he do got some cat quick change of direction, though. But Barry, you gotta simmer down just a tad bit, man. Barry was a generational type guy. He had some unmatched type athleticism that we never, ever seen before. Shout out to the Lunatic in the building, man. How you doing, Mr. Lunatic? I ain't seen you in a while.
Trap.
He says, go Cowboys, 11 Deuce, bit. But if Rico Dowdle puts it together, he's running back 2 in my opinion. Hey, Rico had a solid day outside of the fumble. But it's just hard to say outside of the fumble because, like I said, when it comes to a running back, bro, that's priority number 1 for me. You must hold on to the football, in my opinion. It's no way I could let you go or bail you out with fumbling the football as a running back. Like, running back, when it comes to running back, what you want from a running back? Okay, the top attributes I need out of any running back are what? Vision, ball carrying. That's super high on the list. You need speed and quickness, and then pass pro. So, you know, pass pro is very important, but it ain't one of the top 2 in my opinion. You need pass pro. That's additional when it comes to running backs to me, you know, in my book. But first and foremost, you must protect the football, sir. You must. If you can't protect the football, bro, you won't even be on my field. That's how I was when I was coaching. Like, bro, if you can't hold the football, you can't even get on the field. So that'll be a big time, you know, L in my opinion if you can't hold on to the football, especially at running back. You know, receivers and stuff, they might drop the ball or fumble every now and then, and you still like hold them accountable for it. So a running back, you must hold on to the football. But I am very fond of what I've been seeing out of Deuce Vaughn. He look like he gonna be super, super dangerous. And we got a coach, like I said, with heads on his mantle that's proven, with stripes on his belt, that know exactly how to utilize all this talent that we have. And I can't wait to see Mr. Mike McCarthy get to cooking. And he gonna show the NFL exactly who he is with this play calling too now.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I'm telling you, y'all. Look, Mike McCarthy drove the ball up and down the field with a lackluster offense the other day. In preseason, that offense was going up and down the field. It was not looking hesitant outside of Cooper Rush. Now, Cooper Rush was looking a little pedestrian. But when Will Grill and them got in the game, them boys were moving up and down the field. I think Cooper even had a decent drive, though. He still had a decent drive when Rico fumbled the football. I think that was a Cooper Rush drive. So they still moved the ball up and down the field with lackluster talent going up against a number 1 defense, mind you, too. People forget to mention that. Our number 2s was going against a number 1 defense, and they still drove down the field and had an opportunity to produce points. Rico just fumbled the ball, unfortunately. But let's continue, man. Dude's looking like running back 2 so far. And, hey, that's very, very interesting. That's something to keep your eye on going forward with the rest of the year. But y'all remember when I was complaining, I was like, man, one thing I do criticize Cowboy Camp about is not having top-tier competition like Diggs going up against Cooks or Diggs going up against CD. You don't really see much of that happening in these training camps. I don't know if they're trying to save face, if they're trying to bail somebody out. Who knows? But I do want to see this happen more often. And now we got a little taste of it with Diggs going up against Brandon Cooks. I thought this was very interesting. And you know Dak Prescott threw him a dot over there too. So I can't wait to see more of this in camp. I can't wait to see more of this. But check it out. That boy Brandon Cooks is a monster. Look how he got out that break. Extend to get the football. That was a great, accurate throw by Dak Prescott. He put it in a position that only Brandon Cooks can get. Check it out in slow motion. Look at this separation. It's not much. Trayvon in great position. If Dak Prescott wouldn't have put this ball in the best possible spot, this would have been a batted ball. But Dak, look at how far outside the outside shoulder he put it in. Trayvon Diggs is completely extending, trying to bat this ball down, but the placement of the ball is superior, so he couldn't even get to it. That's elite level quarterbacking right there. Contrary to popular belief from the main screen, they act like Dak don't do stuff like this.
Trap.
But look at that ball placement. That's elite stuff right there. Going up against an elite corner, an all-pro corner, mind you. All-pro corner. And he still couldn't do nothing with it. Great, strong hands catch by Brandon Cooks. That was excellent, elite level competition right there. And I can't wait to see that more often, bro. That's outstanding right there. You know, they swear up and down that Dak don't be pinpoint accurate from time to time. I just don't understand what they be talking about, though. You know, we ain't going to allow them to talk bad about our quarterback because we've seen it time and time again, you know. And I feel like real life, real truly that if you don't think Dak is capable of this stuff, you don't watch film enough, sir. I'm sorry. When you start watching film very closely, you get to see Dak Prescott in his element doing this stuff on a consistent basis. If you ain't seen this, to me, you ain't seen film. That's all it is. You can't have both of them. You can't see film without seeing Dak Prescott being surgical out there. You better ask him what he tells Jake Ferguson, man.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay.
That boy Dak surgical, man, and all you hear is bashing from the mainstream media. I just seen CBS Sports with a post talking about who gonna have the most interceptions, Dak or somebody else, like Dak or the field. They just scrutinize and criticize Dak Prescott at every turn, and this young man just come and show up every day trying his best to be absolutely great and lead this team to the promised land. That's what he do. You know, and soon as I hear some of our fans that be talking down on Dak Prescott, I understand what's the problem. I understand that you've been diagnosed with too much first take. You've been diagnosed with too much undisputed. You've gone through depression when it comes to the mainstream media dragging you and just feeding you with all this toxic activity and, you know, all of this nasty stuff coming towards your football team. Y'all just bite on it and just receive it every day. But us over here at the Trap, you know, we do not participate in those type of scenarios. We do not play around with those guys because we understand that it's all false. It's all false, y'all. Brainwashed, exactly. They get into your mind and start feeding you all this negativity, and now you second guessing and you questioning your quarterback. But y'all gotta understand, this is why we here. This is why some of us content creators are here, so we can show y'all that a lot of this stuff is just 100% BS. That's what it is. And we won't allow it over here in the Trap, man. But let's continue, man. Dak Prescott is nice, bro. That boy is nice. One more time for your mind. Great throw, great play. And Diggs going up against the rookie, Jalen Brooks. I ain't gonna lie, this was a bad route right here. I don't like this route, Jalen. He's a rookie. You got too much hesitation in your blood right here now. You got too much hesitation. Now, it is one-on-one, you know, but he trying his best to deceive Diggs, but I don't like this get off. You need to be getting off the ball quicker than that. You thinking too much. You letting Trey get comfortable in his stance. He's doing too much right now. So you got to be way more decisive in this, way more detailed in how you want to cut. But he tried, and Trey was right there denying that for sure. He didn't allow that at all. He didn't allow that at all. So that was a big-time play from Trayvon Diggs. He let the rookie know that he's a rookie. He didn't allow that. But, you know, who I got on the thumbnail, my boy, the friend of the show, Mr. Jalen Tolbert. It's Tolbert time, y'all.
Trap.
It's Tolbert time, y'all. Oh, my God. Look at that screenshot right there. This dude has taken his game to a whole new level, y'all. Oh, my God. Is that Michael Jackson right there? Is that Michael Jackson? That boy said he bad, and he know it. Look at this catch. Oh, my God. That was awesome right there. That was extreme. Let me play it a couple of more times, because this is a thing of beauty. This is wide receiver porn right here. This is what that is. This is wide receiver porn right here. I'm sorry, y'all. Check this out. What a toe tap. Oh, my God. Fully extended. The ball was terribly behind. He adjusted and made sure he got his foot in bounds. That was excellent play right there from Mr. Jalen Tolbert. And look, this dude's confidence is just rising by the day. He is going to be feeling like he is him in a minute. This dude going to feel like he him in a minute. Check him out. But look, they going to say we hyping Tolbert up, but Tolbert ain't been doing nothing but excellent stuff all camp, and it's translating to the preseason. Check him out. Oh, my God. Look, they had Michael Jackson with the I'm bad on the meme. It was hilarious, though. But how y'all feeling about y'all third round rookie out of South Alabama? Well, second-year player out of South Alabama, Mr. Jalen Tolbert. Do y'all think this is going to translate to the regular season? Because we already see it translating to what? The preseason. I want to ask another question after this. Because I'm telling you, it's about that time. It's about that time, y'all. I got my antennas up. I am suspicious, y'all. My antennas is up. Do y'all think this is finna translate into the regular season? Because we see it translating well into the preseason. That's the next step. The lights wasn't too big for him. Did you see the deflected pass? If the lights was too big for him, he would have missed that, y'all. He wouldn't have caught that ball. That takes a elite level of concentration. That was almost like that Amari Cooper catch that year. Well, yeah, that was against Minnesota when we had Cooper Rush. You remember he caught that deflected pass for the touchdown or for the game-winning drive or something Amari Cooper did. That catch right there really remind me of that catch. So that's elite level concentration. Once the ball get deflected, now you got to recalibrate where the football going to be at. You got to use some elite level hand-eye coordination and concentration. This a dude who never had the confidence. He hasn't been there and done that. This is a new dude coming in a new situation, and he still showed up and caught that football. And that OPI was straight BS. It was. I did not know they said that catch on the sideline was OPI because, you know, we was doing a watch party and we can't listen. So, you know, that'll be some copyright issues. So I'm just watching it without listening to it. And they called OPI on that Jalen Tolbert catch. That was straight BS. That was just a good play. That's what that was. That was just a good catch. That was just physical wide receiver play, and that was just a good catch. But they want to, you know, they want to nitpick on every single thing that the Cowboys do. They want to nitpick on us. But shout out to Mr. Jalen Tolbert. He's taking a big-time leap. I think most people said they can see it translating into the regular season. So, look, if Jalen Tolbert keep this up, do you think wide receiver 4 could be his, or do you think he will be working up that ladder for wide receiver 3, though, you know?
Trap.
What would a season stat line have to be for Jalen Tolbert to take over wide receiver 3, though? Because, you know what I'm saying? I think my young guy is shooting for the stars right now. He is not stopping for nobody. He is not conceding anything. He's on a mission to show the world his talents and put it on display in front of everybody. He's trying to prove everybody wrong who called him a bust after 1 year. He's on a mission. Mr. Michael Lockhart says 66 likes and 123 in the chat. Good grief. Come on now. Look at the disappointment on this young man's face. He thought you was a Cowboy fan. Turns out you an Eagle fan. How you gonna disappoint a baby? What more do you want from me? You got me staring out the window now. I gotta do this legendary ugly cry. Oh my. Don't do that. Don't behave that way. Don't be an Eagle fan. Hit that like a shelf for the squad. It will not charge a card, I promise.
Trap.
Y'all don't want to see me behave that way. Y'all do not want to see me behave that way. Y'all been looking out. Y'all been showing out for the last few days, and I know y'all gonna take care of me. Then we got a Mr. Dislike in the building, so y'all know we got to drain him out. He thought he was going to stop the show. He thought he was going to hate on us in the trap, then he thought he was going to hate us out.
Trap.
I just be wanting to ask Mr. Dislike, which one are you? Are you the one who gal I took? Did I take your gal? Or did I snag on you in football practice and you couldn't recover? Which one was it, sir? Just let me know which one are you. And I understand your sentiments a little better next time, you know? Just let me know, you know. You can send me a private inbox or however you want to get down. We're just trying to figure out what your deal is. But let's continue, y'all. Y'all know I'm silly. Dark horse to make the roster. Yes, sir. We got a couple of candidates, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't want me to slide on them, do it, Bruce. Hey, I might have to slide on them in a minute. But I got a couple dark horses to make this roster. Mr. Isaiah Land out of the HBCU, Florida A&M, you know.
Trap.
Defensive end Isaiah Land was the Cowboys' best pass rusher versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, finishing with 4 total pressures and forced a couple of holding calls. He's had a pretty good camp, and that continued over the last night. One that should hope make the 53 roster. Wouldn't last on practice squad. He would not last. The way he been flashing, it is not possible for him to last like that. But we already knew that he was a pass rushing guy coming out of Florida A&M. But now, when you think about that, you gotta consider him being a real candidate to make this team. And like they said, he will not last on the practice squad. So how many defensive ends that we take in the season last year? Excuse me. We had a stable of them, didn't we, y'all? You know we had them boys coming. That defensive line was going crazy as far as the sacks go last year. So, okay, how many defensive ends do you think that we take into the next year, right? And then if we had to cut somebody, if he had to take somebody's spot, whose spot would he take? That's what you have to consider when you're trying to make your roster, when you're trying to build your team, right? You have to consider, like, okay, if I'm gonna make Isaiah Land skip somebody, he gonna have to take somebody out. So who would you prefer Isaiah Land over that's already got a spot in this defensive end room? These are the type of things you have to consider. This is why the coaches and Mike McCarthy, Will McClay, them get paid the big bucks, because these are tough questions. These are tough questions right now.
Trap.
Choctaw did not hesitate and said, D.A., good grief. Choctaw said D.A., and with the quickness, he ain't even hesitate or nothing. He came shooting off the hip straight at D.A. Good grief. I don't know. Like, I'm not that fond of D.A. I'm going to be honest. I think he's a hard-working guy. I think he's a hustle guy. He's a heady player that always be around the football. He kind of got a nose for the football, but I think he's the prototypical effort guy. He's not the natural athlete. If you just tell him, hey, Dorrance, go get the quarterback. If you tell him to line up one-on-one against an offensive lineman and just say, get the quarterback, I don't think that's the best way to use him. Most of his stuff be cleanup work. Most of his stuff be schemed up by DQ. That's what I noticed. That's what I've observed from me looking at film, looking at Dorrance Armstrong. Usually it be him scheming up, clean up, or either, doing some stunts to get his sacks. So Dorrance is not the top-tier athletic, just roll out the bed, pass rush guy. That ain't him. But not to say that it's not a place for him on his team. Not to say that it's not a space for him in the NFL. So if we did a list of who I like from the top to the least, Dorrance will be towards the back end. I just say that he would. So is everybody in agreement with Dorrance? I think we ain't even try to take time to think yet. Everybody just off the bat said Dorrance. I don't know if that's fair. Y'all might have to take a little step back. Take your time now. Take your time. Let's think about this. We don't want to do nothing that we're gonna regret, right? We don't want to do nothing we're gonna regret. Let's think about it first. Take your time. Hold your horses. Pump your brakes. Don't have too much dip on your chip now. Let's see. Noel says Armstrong. Johnny Herrera says Armstrong. It is tough, LT, but they just saying it like it's, hey, get rid of D.A. I don't know. DP Johnson said D.A. and Fowler are both 4'5" guys. I don't know if it's just what we talking about speed, but if you, DP, I know you watch film, you're a football guy. You can't tell me that it ain't clear that Fowler is a far better athletic guy than D.A. Like that, even though Fowler is older, you can see a different level of athleticism compared to them two. You really can. You really can. Nah, landlord, D.A. 5. He's a good effort guy. I say that. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. You need effort guys though. You need the guys that's gonna do the dirty work. Everybody just ain't superior athletes. But I'll tell you right now, you can clearly see that it's a different level of athleticism compared to Dante Fowler and Dorrance Armstrong. Dante Fowler is just a pure athlete. And he's old and he's still a better athlete. That lets you know how crazy Dante Fowler is. He's a good player. And he's one of the players I was surprised that we signed back, because I thought he was going to probably be a victim of politics or something. I really did. I thought he was going to be a victim of politics and we was going to be mad. I was already preparing myself, I was already preparing myself to be pissed off, because that's typical Cowboy stuff. But like I said, we've turned over a new leaf as of late. And, we got Dan Quinn in here, and, Dan Quinn ain't playing by his guys. Dan Quinn got us doing normal, smart football stuff. So him being a DQ guy is why he got prioritized over some of these other players. And tell me, like I said, we gonna figure out who Isaiah Land gonna take over for, but tell me Donovan Wilson and Dante Fowler wouldn't have been two people we normally wouldn't have signed. The Cowboys normally wouldn't have signed those guys. With the embarrassment of riches we got at safety, we wouldn't have signed no Donovan Wilson. Y'all chill out. Like, just stop that. The old Cowboys, we wouldn't have signed no Donovan Wilson. We got 16 safeties over here. That's straight Dan Quinn right there. DQ drew his line in the sand and told the Jones, I need my guy. Pay him. And that's what they did. Normal Cowboys wouldn't have signed DQ. I mean, they wouldn't have signed Donovan Wilson for sure. Then they come right back and sign Dante Fowler. That's just great stuff right there. That's great stuff right there. That's great stuff right there. That's a smart football move. That's what that is. That's smart football stuff. Shout out to Double R with the $5 super. He said, we in the trap with Landlord and Cowboy Nation 100. Salute to you, Landlord, for what you do for the nation. Go Cowboys. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Mr. Double R. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Trap.
Said he too tough. Yeah, Fowler beast, though. And like I said, I think this was part of the contract. You know, we'll never know what exactly in that verbiage in the contract, but I think DQ kind of let it be known, like, look, man, if you want me to do this job, I'm going to need certain stuff, and when I ask for it, I'm going to need you to give it to me. Look, he did not play with Trayvon Diggs. You didn't see no long, drawn-out beef between the front office and Trayvon Diggs and all of this stuff. They just paid that man. DQ don't play by his guys. That's all I see. The defense get their money. You know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy might be a little more on the Jones' side as far as that go, but, hey, the defensive players get their money. Yeah, I'm glad Zach got his bag too. But, look, don't let me forget about who Isaiah Land going to replace. But first, y'all know I give the Joneses all the hell in the world, and I'm going to have to be fair. I always dog out the Joneses for their cheapness and for their feeling like they not really trying to win sometimes in the past and stuff like that. I always give them a hard time. But I think collectively, us as Cowboy Nation, we got to give Mr. Jerry Jones some props today. We got to give him some props. Let's give it up for Jerry Jones. We got to give a slow golf clap for Jerry Jones. Did you hear the masterful work that Jerry Jones did with Zach Martin? As soon as Zach Martin came to Dallas when for that preseason game, they talked face-to-face. That's all Zach kept saying. When I got face-to-face with Jerry, we got it done. We talked it out. We hashed things out. Jerry was masterful with the way he got Zach Martin back on this football team. He didn't kill himself. He didn't have to jump off the bridge with it. He ended up getting a good deal, and he ended up getting our player back. Like, y'all know, I give Jerry Jones all the beef in the world. It's only right. It's only right. We got to give him some props and some credit when it's due. Shout out to Mr. Jerry Jones. He get a trap button today.
Trap.
It went Dollar Bill, though. I tell you what, it went Dollar Bill Steven Jones. It went him. It was Jerry. Jerry's probably seen that pocket space empty again and said, hey, let's go and sign this guy, man. I ain't got time to play with the best lineman we got. It makes no sense. And like we said before, if you want to get 6, it only makes sense that Zach Martin is going to help you get there way easier and quicker than any other person that you can put there. It only makes sense. So let's give the Jones a round of applause for once. You know, that's going to be few and far in between when it comes to the trap, us giving him some props. You know how I do. I got to go and get that out the way so I won't be hypocritical, you know. But Noel B says Landlord Clark and Overshawn looking good out there. LVE might be in trouble. Yeah, they've been talking about it. Overshawn has impacted the team big time. He's been making plays left and right. Overshawn is looking pretty good. But, okay, we was talking about Isaiah Land making his team. Okay, most of the people voted for Dorrance Armstrong. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got to take a look at this roster, y'all. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Give me 1 second. I got to look at our roster see who is expendable besides Dorrance. Because Dorrance a good player. He's just not, he's just not my favorite player. Not to say that he belongs to the streets or nothing, I'm not saying that he's trash or nothing. I'm not saying that.
Trash.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, let's see if we can work something else out with some of these other not interior, but defensive ends. Let's see. Edge defenders. Let's see. We got Ben Bagadoo, whatever his name, Bangadoo. He actually flashed in the preseason game, though. He really did, but, he's expendable. Darrell Johnson, I'm not even familiar with him, so of course he's expendable. Tyrus Wheat, I seen him flash a little bit. But the people who on this team, Michael Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dorrance Armstrong, Sam Williams, Dante Fowler, Mozzie Smith. So out of them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, it really is Dorrance Armstrong, unfortunately. It really is Dorrance Armstrong. I don't see nobody else. So now, if we had to hold your feet to the fire, would you pick Isaiah Land over DA? Let's see. Give me DA or Land. Who you taking? If we had to decide the 53-man roster tomorrow, are you picking Isaiah Land over Dorrance Armstrong? Let's see. I wish I had some Jeopardy music. I'm going to have to give me some Jeopardy music. Somebody let me know what y'all want to say now. Because honestly, even though I see a lot of potential in Isaiah Land, it's hard for me to just trump him over DA. Even though DA an alpha guy, but I've seen him get, 8 sacks. What he had last year, like 5, 6 sacks. That's kind of hard for me to just trump him over Isaiah Land, somebody I haven't seen do it in the regular season as well. So this is tough. I don't know. That is tough, Charles Brown, my bad. But it is tough. That's a tough decision. Because, look, that's almost the old situation with a bird in the hand and 2 in the bush. Like, we don't know which one to choose. You should go with the bird in the hand. Dorrance Armstrong would definitely be the bird in the hand because you've seen him play on the NFL level and produce. But, the 2 in the bush could possibly be Isaiah Land. We don't know what his ceiling might be. We may let him go and he become an all pro or some stuff. Who knows? So that's a tough decision. That's why they get paid the big bucks to make those decisions. You have to project and bet on those players. You do. Good grief is right, Mr. Jana Herrera. Like, good grief. Who knows what these players going to do? You're going to have to project. So we'll have to figure it out. Like, let's see. We're going to get the results in a minute and see who y'all like. Let's see. I'll give y'all another 30 seconds, Another 30 seconds, and then we gonna tally up who y'all like. Because I ain't going to lie. That's risky. I ain't saying that it ain't smart or, I don't know. That's a risky move. I'll just say that. That's a very, very risky move. It is. Miss Jackie said, look, landlord, how many seasons did it take for DA to flash? Ooh, Miss Jackie coming. Simmer down, Miss Jackie. Simmer down. You coming in too hot, Miss Jackie. Good grief. She said, when Crawford was on this team, did he have sacks? You ain't lying, though. It did take DA a minute, though, Miss Jackie. I'm with you when you're right. It took DA a minute to actually do some stuff. It did. But I don't know. I'm glad I don't got to make those decisions, though. Because I take it back. I was about to say somebody's job on the line for this, but not in Dallas, though. Your job ain't on the line. Will McClay, he got leeway to mess up. And then the Joneses, they ain't going nowhere. So really, nobody's job on the line for this. It's weird, but nobody's job on the line. They'll just be mad punching out if Isaiah Land go elsewhere and become a good player. That's what it'll be. But okay, I think the time is up. Let's see what the people said. I Isaiah land. That's 2 land, 3 land, 1 DA, 2 DA. So it's 3-2. Let's see. 4 land, 5 land, 6 land, 7 land, 8 land. Ooh, land coming hard. 9 land. Let's see. 9 land. Miss Jackie said land. That's 10. Charles Brown. Hold up. Well, land. Continue to shine and appreciate. I go land. That's 11 land. Let's see. 12 land. 13 land. So I'll stop at that. Let's see. 13 land. How many DAs in the building? 1 DA. 2 DA. 2 DA. 3 DA. 4 DA. 5 DA. 6, 7. Noel got 2 on. 7. 8 DA. 9 DA. It's pretty close, but it looked like 9, 10, 10, 11, 12. It looked like it's 12, 13 DA. So DA, I think it was even, right? That's crazy.
Trap.
Y'all would have it dead center even, I believe. Didn't I say it was 13 land too? So 13, we solved nothing. We didn't get to any kind of conclusion. But now somebody did bring something to my attention that I forgot about. Dorrance Armstrong is good on special teams and in the run game. So that's other stuff that we haven't seen Isaiah Land do. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm probably gonna take the coward way. Oh, it was 15. It was 15 who? Land? Land had 15. Kelvin Hicks helped me out. You know I'm doing this without my off the head. But look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna take the coward way out. I'm gonna tell you right now. I ain't gonna. Usually I'm risky. Usually I'm high risk. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take the coward way out. I'm gonna take DA because, like I said, he's the bird in the hand. I've seen him be good against the run, and I've seen him be a valuable piece of special teams. So I'm gonna leave it alone. He said, nah, it was a tie. Oh, okay, you got me thinking I'm miscounting, Mr. Kevin. Don't do me like that. The question, it should be Cox or Land. You think Land can flex to a linebacker, an off-ball linebacker? That's interesting. He got the athleticism, look like. He said 2 to 3. Yeah, he did block a field goal or something, didn't he? Dorrance is a proven player, though, man. I can't even hate on Dorrance Armstrong. To be real, I just, I like a different level of athleticism on the defensive end. But if you ain't got it, he got a lot of other attributes that make up for the lack of athleticism. He good against the run, and he's a good special teams player. So when you incorporate both of them in the equation, when we talking about Dorrance versus Isaiah, you got to leave them alone. I think Dorrance still wins. And then we got to take into consideration the Cowboys absolutely love Dorrance Armstrong too. They love Dorrance Armstrong. That's one of their homegrown guys, and you know how that go. They love him. So it's going to be hard for somebody to overtake him. But I think I got another player who I was talking about, a dark horse to make this roster. Of course, Mr. John Stevens Jr. They say he is intriguing tight end for the Cowboys, catching 5 passes for 56 yards and converting a 15-yard touchdown reception on 4th down versus the Jaguars. So, okay, we did this discussion the other day, but how likely do y'all think this man could take somebody's position? Because we got Schoonmaker, he definitely making the team. You got Ferguson, he definitely making the team. Then who else you got? You got Peyton Hendershot. He's probably definitely making the team. So it's between Princeton Fant. I think they still got him as a tight end. And Sean McKeon and players like that. Do y'all think they going to actually let him overtake Sean McKeon, the veteran? Because that'll be the only veteran tight end we got in the room. That'll be the only veteran. Said 99 likes and 154 in the chat. Y'all get them likes up for your boy, man. Don't be like that. Don't behave like an eagle now. I know they gonna take care of me, Mr. Michael Lockhart. They gonna take care of me. I know they gonna take care of me. They been showing out as of late, you know what I'm saying? And I know they gonna take care of me. Especially with this Mr. Dislike right there. We gotta drain him out because he thought he was gonna stop some show. He took his ball and went home, whoever he is. He took his ball and went home. Him took his ball and went home. He thought he was gonna make some noise. But that ain't gonna affect the trap. It's gonna take more than that to stop a trap, sir. Gerard says, yes. You think he gonna take over? We gonna see. We gonna see. I hope so. I told you the other day, if John Stevens don't make this team, it's straight politics. That's what that is. That's gonna be my only conclusion. Shout out to John Cofield on Facebook. What's happening, sir? That'll be my only conclusion. I don't see no other way. Now, of course, his level of play got to continue throughout the preseason. He ain't solidified and solid yet. But if he keep this up, it'll be obvious that it's just politics. It'll be obvious that it's just politics. So now I think I do need to make one more announcement about the raffle because it's only one day left after this. Today and tomorrow will be the last days left for the raffle. So y'all make sure y'all get y'all last minute entries in before we shut this thing on down for a chance to win Madden and a jersey or a t-shirt of your choice or some Landlord Sports merch. Only $5 raffle entries. It ends tomorrow is the last day. So make sure y'all participate in the trap raffle. John McSwain says only if the fullback doesn't make it. Who are our fullback right now? Do we have a fullback? Joe Tranchina says, I pushed the like button so many times, my finger is swollen. Hey, man, chill out, Mr. Joe. We appreciate you, though. Mr. Joe be supporting big time over there. He be sharing everywhere, too. We appreciate your efforts, sir. Fant is too small for a tight end in the NFL. I agree, Willie T. He ain't number like 6'2". That's too small. 6'2" ain't going to get it as a tight end. Not in my opinion. He might need to be a running back. I don't know if he got that kind of athleticism, but he might need to be a running back. John has more potential than Henny and McKeon. You think he got more potential than Hendershot? Ooh, he could, though. He could, though. Because it looked like Hendershot kind of like a one-trick pony. Hendershot seemed like a one-trick pony to me. It's either he catching the ball down the field or nothing. And John Stevens, he done showed that he can actually block. And he can play inline tight end. I don't think that'll be something they do with Hendershot most of the time. They probably flex him out most of the time. If you look at Hendershot, he pretty much built like a wide receiver. He's not really built like a tight end for real. So they ain't going to really use him inline that much, in my opinion. I don't know if it'll be smart. Javante says McKeon is the fullback and tight end. So they using him at fullback. I don't know about that. I don't know about McKeon because I ain't seen much from him. I ain't seen much from McKeon. Not this year. Shout out to DC4 Life Texas with the $10 super. I appreciate you, sir. He says, all I have to say is, how about them Cowboy DC4 Life? Let's freaking go. Hey, man.
Trap.
You know I be getting lit. He end his comments like a pep rally to me. Willie T said, nah, Landlord, Hendershot can do it all. So I don't remember him playing inline that much though, Willie T. I could be wrong. I'm going to look at some more of his film on him, but I don't recall him just being this inline tight end like that. Because, look, that's what they searching for now. They searching for an inline tight end now. That's what they draft Schoonmaker for. They want an inline tight end. They don't even really view Ferguson as an inline kind of guy like that. So, let alone Hendershot. So, hey. It was interesting to see some of those beat writers said that they kind of, some of the people in the building was preferring Hendershot over Ferguson. And now look how crazy that looked when we see Ferguson looking like the clear tight end one in preseason. Trap. See, I don't know, man. That's gonna be interesting to see how this tight end room develop. Now, who knows? Schoonmaker might come out here and ball next week. We'll have to see. He might go out there and go crazy against Seattle. We'll have to see. I'm ready to see what he do. Excuse me. All I seen was like 1 or 2 plays from Schoonmaker last week. So I'm ready to see what he actually do. I seen him warming up in person when I was out there in Oxnard. I seen him doing little drills, individual drills by himself. He was looking good. He was looking athletic. And then I seen him make a couple of plays in 11-on-11 practice. And just this one couple plays in preseason. So we ain't seen much out of him, and it's a lot left to he's leaving a lot to be desired out of his play. So we got to see a lot more from Schoonmaker. Hopefully he can stay healthy and we don't have to deal with much of it after that. How did Will Grier look to you? Honestly, Will Grier was up and down. Because honestly, I liked the way he was. I liked his aggressiveness. You know, he made some boneheaded, goofy plays. He did. But I like how he actually gave us a chance to evaluate the wide receivers. I don't think Cooper Rush did that. Some people kind of disagreed and got a little mad at me when I said that. But, man, go look at Cooper Rush. He was throwing to the tight end. He was not throwing the ball to the wide receivers like that. So we got a whole lot of receivers that we need to kind of diagnose and see who's good and who's not. And if you just hiking the ball, throwing it to the tight end, we won't find out. I seen plenty of receivers wide open, and Cooper just didn't look their way. So I'm glad that Will Grier actually was throwing it. He was tossing the ball, bombing it and everything. So Will Grier wasn't scared to pull the trigger. He wasn't scared to pull the trigger. That's what I liked about him. Now, of course, he made some boneheaded plays, though. He did. But that's just, he's just a little inconsistent. If he can put it together, he'll be a decent little depth at quarterback. He'll be decent little depth, We do need a kicker. We absolutely need a kicker. Anybody with a foot and a leg attached to it, they need to be trying out for kicker. Trap. If you got a foot and you can go to Dallas, you need to be kicking, It said Cooper Rush was like Wentz to the tight end. That's all he was doing, straight tight end throw, bro. And we got 15 wide receivers who we need to evaluate. That's not helping us. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like he was just on some, I'm trying not to lose my spot. That's not a confident quarterback right there. Think about that. If you over here being timid and being conservative, you feel Will Grier behind you. You sitting up here like, hey, I don't want to make a mistake. Nah, you supposed to play the game. Play loose. I didn't see Cooper Rush playing loose last week. I didn't. He throwing the ball to the tight end every down. That's not going to help us right now. Willie T said we need to bring in quarterback to battle for the backup position. Yeah, we might do. Rush was playing it safe. He was. And that's not going to help us evaluate these wide receivers. That was my issue. That's not going to help us. Like, we need you to be throwing the ball, like quarterbacking, instead of playing super conservative and not helping us at all. Like, I don't like that. Ruben says, I was a kicker, wide receiver, running back in high school. Hey, man, go out there, put your cowboy jerseys on. Hey, they going to get you right now. Trap. When you get to the gate, tell them landlord sent you. Hey, we got to get this football. We got to get this kicking situation handled now. Because, hey, the only hope right now is our team be so strong with the K that when we play these teams, it don't come down to a field goal no more. We need to beat these boys with about two scores to be safe. I don't want to be at the edge of my seat and stuff praying that Brandon Aubrey hit the field goal. I don't want to do that. Damn, Dizzle said we all have seen when Rush let it loose. Remember Philly? Oh, no, don't do that, no. Oh, man. You trying to make us cry in here, damn Dizzle? Don't do that now. Rush letting it go, is if that's what he called letting it go, that's not good. Like, that was terrible. Like, he screwed us in that game. Willie T said Rush has always played it safe. Look at the 4 wins he got last season. Exactly. Hey, that man spent some facts right there. All that defense won them games. The run game won them games. Y'all got to remember Terrence Steele was still there when he was winning them games. So, hey, I ain't taking that away from Cooper because he did manage the game and not mess it up. He didn't lose the game for us. But a lot of people were saying he won the game for us. That's just foolishness right there. That is absolute buffoonery, sir. That defense was playing out of their mind. That play calling was super conservative. That run game was dominant. Terrence Steele was still there, so Tony Pollard and Zeke was eating. So, about time that got back, I think shortly after or, a game or 2 in, Terrence Steele went down. So that dominant right side wasn't there no more when that got back. So I think that kind of hurt the way Kellen Moore was calling plays too. That might have hurt him a little bit. We woo Cowboy in the building. He says why don't we just go and sign a proven kicker? It's the cheapest position on the team. Just sign someone. Exactly. And if not, I'm sure it's a whole lot of undrafted kickers. Like just bring in about 10 of them things, Trap. We need to bring in about 10 undrafted kickers. Just bring them in because they ain't getting drafted. We know that kickers don't even get drafted like that, So if they ain't getting drafted, it's a whole lot of decent undrafted kickers. Bring in about 10 undrafted kickers and let them battle to the death, fight to the death. King G say Rush is fine. People saying that the defense won the games for us. Guess what? Our defense better. LOL, Rush is fine. Yeah, you're right. If it came down to it, we'll be fine with Rush. But I'm just talking about now for the preseason, man. I want to evaluate these running backs. And Cooper Rush robbed us of that last year, if y'all remember. Cooper Rush and Will Grier, they was terrible last year in the preseason. Like, the wide receivers, we couldn't evaluate nobody. Like, I went and did the film. Jalen Tolbert was open on most of his routes and never got the ball. So, I didn't want that to happen again. This year, we got far too many receivers and far too much receiver talent for him not to get them the ball. I did not want that to happen again. No. Like, we don't need that. Ms. Nisa said the kicker position is where dollar bills should step up. Yeah, we should be signing. We should bring in 10 undrafted kickers. 10 of them. They probably got them things cheap. You probably can get an undrafted kicker, buy one, get one free out here, man, Get you a bunch of undrafted kickers and just let them kick into the death. Battle to the death as far as who wins. The best man win. Noel says Will Grier is more exciting to watch over Cooper Rush. He is. And in a preseason game that you don't care about, hey, sign me up for that. Now, in a real game, I ain't gonna lie, I probably choose Cooper Rush because we just trying to make it to see another day. I wouldn't mind him being conservative in a game, but as far as preseason go, like, bro, we trying to evaluate these players. This is basically this counterproductive at this point. Like, what they getting the reps for if you ain't gonna get them the ball? You up here just trying to show us that you deserve to be the backup quarterback. Like, he ain't taking no risk at all. HTM Spouts in the building. He said, run them likes up for my boy, man. I hope they gonna do me right. They gonna do me right, Mr. HTM. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all go support his channel, man. He doing great things over there. We will. Cowboy says, kicker out here getting paid minimum wage. Just sign some people. You ain't lying. They buy one, get one free. You know what I'm saying? They selling kickers at every corner store. So, hey, go get you a couple on, Mr. Jones. John Cofield says, hey, landlord, they need to draft Alabama kicker Richard. He will get the job done. Yeah, he been decent for Bama, so, yeah. I don't know. They ain't going to draft no kicker, though. Choctaw said 55%, 1 touchdown and a pick a game is not okay. That's 2,000 yards and 17 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. Not good. What you talking about? You talking about Will Grier? Sound like. We just want to see we just trying to evaluate the players. That's all I want. In preseason, I don't care about the wins or losses. I just want to evaluate the player. That's what it's about. Getting the players reps and evaluating the player. That's all it's about. Shout out to Mr. iRock in the bed, and he said, for the trap, it was cool to meet you in Oxnard, landlord. Yeah, man, nice to meet you, Mr. iRock.
Trap.
I appreciate you, man. Real time, I appreciate all your contributions. Somebody hit me with another dislike. What I did to y'all, man? What I did to y'all? Hey, don't let the dislikers win, y'all. Let's get these likes up, man. Show them that this gonna take more than that to stop a trap. You understand? Mr. Michael Lockhart says, Henry Landlord, 107 likes are good. Yeah, we trying to get as many we can, you know, out the door. Mr. Tavis says, Hen Rock, oh, y'all DMing and stuff. At Cowboy AJ says, Landlord, have you noticed that Turpin has been at running back a lot? I seen him get some running back reps. I did. But I think I had a little more highlights showing Dak darts before we leave out of here. Let's see. I think I forgot. Let's see. I was talking about my guys right here. And then, hold on. Dennis Houston. Yeah, Dennis Houston had a showing. He flashed. Let's finish these highlights before we wrap this thing on up. But I appreciate y'all. You know, we got to give y'all all the news, all the clips from the day. You know, Dak dots going down in the history books. Let's see. Dak was throwing dots in practice. You know, he always do that. But you don't hear about that. Bink. Michael Gallup with the dot. Dak rolling out. Bink, CeeDee Lamb, nice ball placement. Bink, CeeDee Lamb again. Dak was on point with that great throw right there we seen earlier. Brandon Cooks. Let's see. Dak was surgical out there, man. Bink, another drag route from Brandon Cooks. Got wide open and went crazy with it. Dak with the touchdown run. Looking nimble. You understand? He's looking nimble. Tony Pollard with the handoff. Just a little summary of the clips we had from yesterday. Practice. Cooper. I can't think of who this was over. Who is 80, bro? Who is 80? We got so many unknown guys these days. I don't know who 80 is. Let me see. Who is 80? It's Johnson or something like that, ain't it? I ain't sure. But y'all see Dak was out there surgical with it. You already know.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay.
You already know that, man. Dak is surgical. Don't let nobody tell you no different. Rico Jones said new media takeover. Absolutely, man. You already know we in here, man. Hey, look, we got us one. Hold on, before we ride this thing on now, we got us one. Hold on, let me holler at you.
You smoke crack, don't you? Look at me, boy. Don't you smoke crack.
Kids, don't do drugs. I don't know what's wrong with Mr. Ken, but he must don't know where he at. We in the trap with it, sir.
Trap.
You must don't know how we get down. Don't you know we slide on people like you?
Breathing on the come
wrong with they do?
Baby.
This what we do to Eagles over here, man. This what we do to Eagles over here, man. Don't play with us, man. Don't play with us. Hey, you need to be, you must don't know where you is, sir. You must don't know where you at. You in the trap. Maybe you didn't know. Maybe you made a mistake and bumped up in here. But hey, we got places for people like you. You know what I'm saying? We got things to do. Jalen Hurts. Boy, y'all ain't finna do nothing. What Jalen Hurts did against the Cowboys, let me know that. Answer me that. And y'all got y'all people coming to our account. Y'all always worried about the Cowboys. We don't care nothing about y'all. And that might be who them dislikes is, man. I'm sorry, Cowboy Nation. I forgot we got those pathetic, filthy Philadelphia Eagle fans in here. My bad.
Trap.
I forgot we wouldn't do stuff like that. We don't behave like them, you know. they main course. What is an Eagle fan main course? What do he go to the restaurant and order, y'all? Let me know. Answer me that. My antennas is up. I'ma leave this man alone. But y'all know he gotta go straight to the restaurant and ask for some poop. He asked for poo at the restaurant, man. You know, them boys like to eat poo over there in Philly, and it's sad, you know. But I think I've did my time. I think I've done my work. He said they asking for glissies.
Trap.
He got poop on one side and a glizzy on the other side. Them boys is weird over there. And you know they call it the city of brotherly love, so I expect nothing different. You understand? But, you know, hopefully he learned his lesson. You know, he got sniped out. You know how we get down in the trend app. He gonna learn one day. If he don't know now, he gonna know next time not to come around and play in the trap like that. We don't behave that way, you know. But I appreciate all the love and support, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. And we on the way out of this thing, man. They hate us. That's why they in our chat box, because we the greatest. You know that now. Ain't nobody in theirs.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia Eagles, you know.
Money.
Them boys over there
my hand.
on that crack. They on that Liberty Bell.
And this is greatness defined. Every line is divine. Verses boggle your mind. And every
Let's go.
song, man, I swear it just get better with time. No matter how much shade they throwing, I still manage to shine. I don't know why they so obsessed with mine. I'm all they think about. Go in their house, they probably got my pics in a shrine. Damn, I never let these play me. They see us ballin', now they wanna
Them
switch
boys
teams
on that
like
Liberty
KD.
Bell out there
I know
in
my
Philadelphia.
time coming, I guess I'ma wait and see.
You know that's
I'm too
that
cocky
crack.
and confident that humble ain't for me, Lord. Help
Don't
me
do
with my
drugs,
egotistical ways, but I'm amazed how they display such miserable hate. I never
Let's
paid
go.
attention to what most to say. They words
They on
sound
that Liberty
unimportant like
Bell out there in
prepositional
Philly.
phrase. They wanna see me crash and burn in a ridiculous blaze.
It'll
But yet
have
I rise
you
like the Phoenix.
praising
I'm great enough. Yeah, I know
fake
these
hair.
haters can't stand me.
Like
But take
Rocky.
a seat, I do it for the family. So bring the
Them
block
boys
to the
got
Grammys.
statues of
And
fake
if you try to
people.
stop me, you need a plan B.
They can't sit with
I
us.
just do it for the real.
They can't
if you
sit
ain't
with
from
us.
the bottom, you ain't get how I feel.
No.
To go against the odds, go hard, chase meals.
Let the doubters see you make it.
Show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the greatest. Young poet got flow flowing, it's mind blowing.
Let's go.
I'm flamboyant when brainstorming, it's fair
Hey,
warning.
let's
For my
slide on
opponents,
these
there will
haters,
be
man.
mourning
Let's
before
slide
the
on this
morning.
like
Every
button
beat
and
I
let
get
these
and
haters
destroy
know they
that's what
cannot
the
stop
fans
a
want.
trap.
The hot topic, you
We
try
are
to
the
copy,
trap.
that's hard stopping.
You understand?
Yeah, I'm a
Let's
giant
get
with
it.
rhyming and y'all microscopic. I got them watching and they believe in me like a prophet. Cause the pics I'm cropping be masterpieces, they photoshopping. I'm from the bottom,
Let's
assembled
go.
by the avenue. So I gotta pay homage to the hood to show my gratitude. And then my attitude is similar
Don't pay
to an
attention
animal.
to them
These
Eagle
ain't
fans
hands
over there
I
on
got
that
different
Liberty
levels
Bell.
to tap into. I am the truth.
That's what we gonna
To know
call
that
it
I
from
kill
now on.
These are
They on that
God-level
Liberty
lyrics.
Bell
I should
over
be
there.
on Mount Olympus. My music therapeutic
Cold
to the
word
real.
crack.
The spirit like it came from ancient Kemet. Ain't nobody with me, I'm the great.
Yeah, I know them
these
haters can't
stand me.
Well, take a seat.
I do it for the family.
Let's go.
So bring the block to the Grammys.
And if you try to stop me, you need a plan B, yeah.
I just do it for the real.
Let's
if you
go.
ain't from the bottom,
We
you
just
ain't get
trapping
how
on
I
a
feel.
hump,
To
baby.
go against the odds, go hard, chase meals.
They got me
Every
lit in
dollar
here
you
tonight.
make it and show 'em all you the greatest. I'm the greatest.
And not only am I the greatest, we are the greatest. You know them haters hate us because they ain't us. You know them haters want to try to suppress our success, but nevertheless, we pass every single test with flying colors like no other. And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.